Hello, my internet fans. Welcome to the latest edition of the Stat Boy Rants here on the Casa D18 channel. I am, as always, the Stat Boy, and as always, these rants are Stat Boy approved. Monday Night Raw for January 7th, 2013 featured The Rock and CM Punk in their pre-whatever before the Rumble. TLC with Ryback and Punk, Cena versus Dolph Ziggler, Antonio Cesaro versus Great Khali. We're going to get to all that right now. I didn't really get a chance to see the Cena match because I came home half an hour in. But of course, the poster boy starts off 2013 with that kind of stuff. Good for you, Cena. Cena in the Royal Rumble. Wow, there's a shock. Yeah. Odds-on favorite? Of course, why not? If he vows to be champion in 2013, he's got to go for the title. He's got to go for the Rumble first. He's got to win the Rumble first if he wants to go to WrestleMania. That's the rule. You know? I'd like to see him maybe come in the middle of the Rumble. Give him a good 40-minute run. I don't think anyone's going to beat Rey Mysterio's thing at 62 minutes. Don't think about that. And then we go to the TLC match between Punk and Ryback. Very good match. That was actually a match I actually sat down and enjoyed. It was brutal. It was. They didn't really use the big ladders that were set up on the stage there. And of course Punk went through a table and Punk hit Ryback with a chair and Ryback went through a table and Ryback's climbing up and lo and behold the lights go out. And who should show up but the Shield? The Shield, yeah. And now they're triple power bombing onto the stairs. Wow, a power bomb through the stairs can stop Ryback. He'll be back next week. Draw the money, draw the money. He'll be back next week. Yeah. And it was very surprising to see in Antonio Cesaro's match that he actually hit the neutralizer on Great Khali. Great Khali, big guy. I don't think Cesaro could have. I don't know if he could do that to Big Show, because let's face it, Big Show is big, but Big Show is also heavy. So that's kind of crazy in that. But damn. And so then Punk decides to come out for his face-to-face, one-on-one promo with The Rock, and of course he says, well, let's do another pipe bomb. Well, now Punk, we know you like to talk, but I don't think that this pipe bomb that you gave tonight was as good as your original pipe bomb. I like the first pipe bomb better. And now Punk is saying that we can't win. We're a bunch of losers. And it's not about ice cream, and it's not about passing t-shirts, and it's not about this, it's a popularity contest, and all this stuff. And folks, he's speaking the truth. Wrestling and the truth can coexist. It is possible. Punk proved it tonight. Everything he says is the truth. And then we have to go to commercial. Yeah, that was funny. Apparently, WWE has decided to take a story out of the let's not give Mr. Frank Sinatra his time when he won a Grammy or got the Lifetime Achievement or whatever award he got, and they cut him off because they thought he was finished. Frank Sinatra, man, is the chairman of the board. Vince McMahon is not the chairman of the, well, he's the CEO and all that good stuff. But, I mean, you don't mess with Frankie. Or any of the Rat Pack. But, I mean, that was a big mistake in itself. And Rock comes out. They go back and forth. Who knows what's trending worldwide? There were so many things that The Rock was saying that could be trending like crazy, like your straight edge scrotum. Yeah, that's PG. That's a good one on that one, yeah. Cookie puss. What the hell, Rock? Cookie puss? What kind of a cookie is a cookie puss? A chocolate chip cookie puss? A peanut butter cookie puss? How about an oatmeal raisin cookie puss? All this is trending worldwide. Cookie puss, there you go. Congratulations to the Rhodes Scholars for actually finally getting their match against Team Hell No. It should have been for the titles tonight, but don't worry, that's going to happen in 3 weeks at the Rumble. I promise you that. And I am sick and I'm assuming that Kane is pushing 40 and Daniel's in his mid-30s. Will you two please stop acting like a 2-year-old over a Slinky and a cupcake? Slinky and cupcake trending worldwide. It's my toy. I'm the tag team champion. No, I'm... My God. Bless you. Bless you, Renegade, trending worldwide. I mean, come on, you guys. Can the story of Team Hell No get any more childish? I mean, what's next? They're gonna regret all the way back to kindergarten, and Daniel Bryan is there playing with his blocks, and Kane wants to be like he's HBIC up on the playground, and he gets all mad because it's not his turn to go down the frickin' slide. And we get to bring in the good doctor next week. Oh. We won't see Harold now, will we? Oh, too soon? Not too soon. Not too soon. Yeah. So, we have 3 weeks for The Rock and Punk to continue their verbal smackdown and whatnot. It seemed like when Cena did it, he had more time. I think there was. I want to check that out a little bit. I want to see how much time before Mania did Rock and Cena actually go back and forth and compete in matches, and Cena's lady parts trending worldwide and whatnot, and how many talk shows will The Rock get booked on, and how many talk shows will Punk get booked on? The thing, it's The Rock, okay? The Rock is money. You're going to see The Rock on Letterman. You're going to see The Rock on Leno. You're going to see The Rock on Kimmel. You're going to probably see The Rock on The View. Are we going to see Punk on anything? I know they're not going to... Kelly and Michael on ABC, yeah, that's going to happen anytime soon. Fox News, they're going to talk about anything. Come on. Rock is going to just go crazy. It's even on Twitter. And I really want Punk to win this one. I really do. I so do. Because I want Punk to go all the way to WrestleMania. Because the number 434, not a good number. Because that's what 414 plus 20 is. Not a good. Give him a number ending in a 5 or a 0, like you do when you're on The Price is Right. Anyway, enough about wrestling. Let's talk hockey. The lockout is over, thank God. Woo! But what the hell? And
go Tags!
Excuse me. The thing that I don't get about... No, I don't need a cough drop. It's all about the money, NHL people. It's all about the money, Your money goes a long way. Because let's see this, okay? You go to Staples Center, or you go to Honda Center, and of course, you pay an arm and a leg to get into the parking lot. So, 10 or 12 bucks. Okay? You get there. I don't need one. I inhaled. I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that later. I inhaled and swallowed at the same time. It's not possible.
Wow.
So you spend $10 or $12 to get into the parking lot. If you want a really good seat, that's $50. You bring along 3 of your friends, just a 4-pack, that's $200. Okay, $200 so far. You gotta get something to eat. You got your hot dogs, you got your nachos, you got your $7 beers, you got your $4 sodas. So you're spending $50 total on 4 people eating. Unless you go to the McDonald's in the Staples Center where you have to pay $10 for a Big Mac meal. Don't want to do that. And then let's not forget the souvenirs. You got your little hockey sticks, you got your shirts, you got your hats, you got your pictures with the ice crew, you got your scarves, you got jerseys and whatnot. So let's just throw out an extra $100. So you're pretty much going to spend about $500 on one game. And Staples and Honda probably hold about 15,000 people on a good day. So that's about 15,000 times 5. That's about 7. On a good day, you're spending maybe $750,000. The salary cap is way too high. So then the Staples is like ching ching, $750,000. How much of that money goes to the Kings? Oh, I don't know. Let's throw out a number: half. Half to Staples, half to the Kings. Now they have $375,000 to work with. Hockey players, I don't know how much your contracts are. I've never heard $1 million contract for a hockey player. So let's just say they make I don't know, $50,000 a season. Because they don't, especially if it's this season, because the season's cut in half. And they have about 30 people on the team, so let's say that's about $150,000. So now the Kings have an extra $200,000 left out of the 375 that they split down. Again, this is just all estimating. I don't know real figures. If you know real figures, go ahead and put those in the comment box, and I'll look into your math over. So now that $200,000 that the Kings can have goes to like rink time, skate maintenance, paying the people at the Staples Center to keep the place clean, because let's face it, after a show, that place is a mess. Let's see what else goes on there. They have to pay their electric bills, their water bills, they have to pay all the food and all that. So let's take that $200,000. Now you're down to $100,000. They're not happy with that. They want more money. Well, if you want more money, then raise the ticket prices. There you go. It's that simple. Now we're glad hockey is back. We know that, but it won't be a full season. So what's the point of even playing? I mean, it's like at some point I was just waiting for them to say, you know what, the season's not worth it. Let's just let them have a break. Come back next season, play a full season, so the Kings can probably defend their title. Because let's face it, if the Kings do not get into the playoffs after this year, it's like a transitional championship. Because whoever wins the Stanley Cup had to go through a short amount of time, but the Kings had to kick ass and work hard to do it. That's like Bruno Sammartino pinning Buddy Rogers in 1963 in 48 seconds and running the belt with 2,000 days. He just walked right in, sat right down, and got the belt. I'm glad it's back, but let's face it, who knows what's going to happen in the show. Good stuff for that. On Twitter, apparently, Justin Bieber smokes weed. Now, I don't know if marijuana laws in Canada differ from marijuana laws in the U.S. I don't know if his age is a factor because he's over 18, but in the U.S. you know, even though drugs are illegal, you still have to be over 21 or something. I don't know. But I saw a picture, and it was a very graphic picture, that somebody was so distraught that Justin Bieber smokes weed that they cut themselves. Very graphic, very disgusting picture. And it's like they're sending a message saying, don't do this or I'm going to keep doing this. And it goes back to like, what's the big deal? I mean, I don't personally smoke marijuana. The most I've smoked is an occasional black and mild, a very rare black and mild, and I have tried cigars, but I do not like cigarettes. I despise them. They make your clothes smell and all that. I have never smoked marijuana. I probably never, honestly, I don't even think I know how to smoke. I mean, yeah, you put the thing to your lips, you inhale, you exhale, and all that. But it's like, what's the big deal? Marijuana, I don't think is that bad. Otherwise, why would doctors prescribe it for you? You know, or you know, the big issue is the money again. It all comes down to money. You know, it's like the state of California. We want our share of the money. Yes. Speak on it. Come on.
Legalize weed.
Step way approved. We tried, but it failed in this politics. But go ahead. You know, like I say, it's not that bad. I don't understand why all these dispensaries and with the green crosses are getting so much flack. We approved a proposition a few years back saying, yeah, of course, for medicinal purposes, that's okay. But these people are getting shut down left and right, and then well, you can't be near a school. I understand that. You don't want to get the kids involved. You can't be near a church. What, the pastor can't get high? You can't go near a liquor store or something. What, you can't have a bottle of honey jack and a weed in one hand and a bottle jack in the other? I mean, what is the big... It's bad for you. It makes you raid the fridge. Well, here's the thing. If you get... I understand you get the munchies after smoking weed. Wouldn't that help the supermarket chains? Or wouldn't you have to make like a midnight stoner run to McDonald's and have like 6 Big Macs or something? I mean, you know, which I even wondered when... Yes?
Taco Bell fourth meal.
There you go. There you go. I even wondered why some people went to Taco Bell at 2 o'clock in the morning. Or when... But I couldn't believe it when it first happened. I totally understand it now. But it's like... And you know, it's just so silly. And if you remember in one of my rants recently, I said I wouldn't be surprised if Barack Obama smoked weed. I wouldn't be surprised if, let's see, who else? I wouldn't be surprised if half the WWE roster smokes weed, but thanks to their wellness policy, you know, that gets them in trouble. Probably Hulk Hogan smoked weed back in the day. Howard Stern smoked weed back in the day. You know, so many people smoke so much weed, you know. But they're not supposed to do that because it sets a bad example. Yeah, right, whatever. Big deal. Justin Bieber smokes weed, so what? Let the kid do what he wants to do. We're going to wrap up with a story that I got. Wade Boggs buys a piece of the Field of Dreams, plans to develop it. Well, if the beloved farm in Dyersville, Iowa that spawned Field of Dreams must be sold and developed into a multi-million-dollar baseball and softball complex, it's good that Hall of Famer Wade Boggs is one of the new owners. The sale, which was in the works for some time and was a source of much disagreement among local residents, was completed December 28, 2012. Boggs is among a group that paid $3.4 million, fair price, to Dawn and Becky Lansing for the 193-acre site that is mostly cornfields, but of course also includes a 2-bedroom farmhouse and one of the most iconic baseball fields in history. If you have no clue what I'm talking about right now, go see that movie. It's a good movie. It took me years to see that movie.
If you build it, they will come.
And the Bogg Group has plans, big plans. The commercial says the purchase will ultimately result in the erection of All-Star Ballpark Heaven, a youth baseball and softball complex that will ultimately feature 24 fields. Phase 1 of the project is to include the completions of 12 of the fields along with 60-team clubhouse and expected to be completed in 2014. If you ever have been to Dyersville, which is about 200 miles from Chicago in eastern Iowa, the field is really neat in person. Leaving it the way it was in the film ideally would be best, but if you recall, nobody was sure what would happen to the field after the movie came out. The Lansings might have bulldozed it, planted more corn if the movie hadn't become such a hit. It's not like they were making a huge fortune from visitors. If Boggs Group can maintain the character of the original field and make a buck, it's okay, so don't mess it up. So they're building it, but will people come? Yes, they will. Field of Dreams is definitely Statboy approved, just like this episode. Send me some more stories, guys, and I'll read them on my show, and I'll give you a quick little mini rant on them. Find those crazy stories, and we'll see what happens, okay? Send me those topics you want me to rant about. Upcoming again, I still need to do some more work on the 2 epic rants, 50 Greatest Guitarists and Top 100 Songs of the 80s. Next week, I've been watching a lot of the top 10 countdowns on WWE. There's one I'm going to do a little bit of a prediction show. It was the top 10 matches that never happened. Quick example, one is Savage versus Punk, Hogan versus Austin, Sting versus Taker, Horseman versus Evolution. What I'm going to do, I'm going to watch that countdown again. It is on WWE.com, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on that. That's going to be next week's episode, okay? So, until then, follow me on Twitter at LBStatKid1977. Get me on Facebook at the Statboy Rants page. Leave me a comment here on the YouTube channel at the Casa D18 Studios, and I will see you next week. Until then, Statboy out.